This issue is not just a contemporary one. The battle to control this city has been ongoing for the past 3,000 years. Approximately 3,000 years ago, Allah commanded Prophet Musa to liberate the Bani Israel, the Jews, from the slavery of Pharaoh in Egypt. After much struggle, Pharaoh finally set them free. Prophet Musa then led Bani Israel near Palestine and instructed them to attack the city. However, the Bani Israel refused, saying, "You and your Lord go and fight. We are not going to fight." Due to their disobedience, Allah punished them by making them wander in the desert for 40 years. During this time, the divine book Taurat was revealed to Prophet Musa. In the Torah's first chapter, the book of Genesis, it is clearly stated that Palestine was reserved exclusively for the descendants of Prophet Abraham. This is why the ongoing conflicts persist to this day. The Jews claim, based on the Torah, that Jerusalem and Palestine solely belong to the Bani Israel, as they are the descendants of Prophet Abraham through Prophet Isaac. However, the Torah also mentions that Palestine is for all descendants of Prophet Abraham, not just for the descendants of Ishaq. Prophet Abraham had two sons, Ishaq and Ismail. While Ishaq is considered the father of Bani Israel, Ismail is regarded as the ancestor of the Arabs. Even the Jews acknowledge this fact. Following 40 years in the desert, under the leadership of Prophet Yusha, Bani Israel eventually conquered Palestine. However, the city slipped out of their control after a short period, and for the next 300 years, Bani Israel could not regain it. After 300 years, under the leadership of Prophet Dawood, Bani Israel reclaimed Jerusalem. Prophet Dawood's son, Prophet Solomon, built the first temple dedicated to the worship of Allah. For 400 years, the Jews ruled Palestine and Jerusalem. However, around 400 years later, the Babylonian Empire in Iraq, under King Nebuchadnezzar, attacked Palestine. He destroyed Jerusalem, killed thousands of Jews, and demolished the temple built by Prophet Suleiman. The surviving Jews were enslaved and taken to Babylon, where they remained in captivity for 70 years. 70 years later, the Persian king Cyrus the Great, known in Islamic tradition as Zulkarnain, conquered Babylon. He freed the Jews captives, sent them back to Palestine, and even provided funds to rebuild Prophet Suleiman's temple. The Jews then ruled Palestine for another 400 years. However, a new power, the Roman Empire, eventually took control. The Romans inflicted immense suffering on the Jews, displacing them for 600 years. They destroyed the Second Temple and renamed Jerusalem. The Jews were forced to flee, often hiding in caves to escape persecution. 600 years later, during the rapid expansion of Islam, the Muslim Caliphate emerged as a new force. Under the leadership of Caliphate Umar ibn al-Khattab, the Muslims peacefully took control of Jerusalem without bloodshed. Caliph Umar ensured freedom of religion for all, including Jews, who were allowed to return to Jerusalem for the first time in centuries. For nearly 350 years, Muslims, Christians, and Jews lived together in peace in Jerusalem. However, during the Crusades, European forces attacked and captured Jerusalem, killing thousands of Muslims and Jews. The Crusaders desecrated mosques and synagogues, turning them into palaces or burning them down. After nearly 90 years of Crusader rule, the great Muslim leader Salahuddin Ayyubi recaptured Jerusalem. Contrary to expectations of revenge, Salahuddin forgave the Crusaders, allowing Christians, Jews, and Muslims to coexist peacefully once again. He restored the Al-Aqsa Mosque and ensured religious freedom for all. For the next 800 years, Jerusalem remained a symbol of peace under Muslim rule. However, this peace was disrupted about 100 years ago, with the decline of the Ottoman Empire and the emergence of new political conflicts over Jerusalem.